What's up? Semen attention. Negative energy is attracted to people who try to elevate their emotions. When you try to elevate your emotions, you're trying to be at an elevated state where you're happier, you're healthier. You have more control of your emotions, and you're trying to make everything better in your life. Not just negative people, but negative things could try to come to you and tear you down. I think that's the devil trying to bring you down out of that elevated state. When you try to, many people can say you're trying to heighten your vibration, or what I'm saying, spiritual type of stuff. But really, when you're elevating your emotions, you're trying to you know control yourself at a high rate where you're only displaying the best emotions. You get what I'm saying? Like you're controlling yourself in a way where it's helping you when it comes to your emotions. I feel like that's what's happening when you elevate your emotions, and then when you get on semen retention, it does that even more naturally. Just your body naturally starts to regulate your emotions and elevate them to a heightened state to where you feel more. When you work hard more, and you feel the passion in it. When laughing, you feel like you just feel your emotions more, and that allows you to be more alive and just enjoy life more. You start to live life more. Uh, Negative people will try to get to you to tear you down. Negative things will try to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we all know negative people that try to come around you, but negative things might try to happen to you. Like you know, I feel like it just stuff will come to try to make you fall. Stuff will come and try to tempt you. Stuff will, just try to get in your way. You know, and the reason because I could have said negative people, but it's really negative energy in general because that person be controlled by negativity. They'd be controlled by putting somebody down, making somebody sad, making somebody not believe in themselves. Try to make somebody insecure because they're insecure. So it's the negative energy. People will try to be mean to you. You know, Unfortunate stuff will happen to you, but that's a good sign because that means you're doing something right. And you also see that I feel like a lot of people who get popular or famous, or especially in YouTube and stuff like that, it's never always love. It's always an equal amount of love and hate. And I think anybody that's doing something right, they always end up having haters. They have people that pick on them. They have people that try to not take them serious. They have people that try to put them down, and people can set stuff up where, unfortunate or sad things can happen to you. The devil try to throw different problems at you, just in the spirit realm as well. Like he try to throw all different type of stuff at you, and that's a good thing because that means you're doing something right, you know. And so that's what negative energy, because I think whenever you have bad habits and stuff like that, the negative energy doesn't really attack you. It kind of is already inhabited you. It's already in you once you're already thinking negatively or have bad habits or doing everything in a negative way. When you start to do stuff in a positive way and you start to change your life in a positive way, you start to elevate your emotions, control yourself, and all that. That's when I feel like negative energy tries to attack you. Like it really tries to attack you and target you. And so that's when I feel like harsher things try to happen to people who are really changing their life. But people who are already negative and already have bad habits and already just have a negative mind, the negative energy is kind of sitting on them, or it's already inhabited them. So it's not really attacking them because it already got them in its control. They already become full of negative energy. So they just become negative energy. You get what I'm saying? Anybody that's positive, the negative energy tries to overwhelm them or tries to attack them. And so an attack is more of a thing where it's like it's shooting shots at you. But people that's already negative and already in a bad state mentally, it's not attacking them. It's just sitting in them. So they're gonna be the guys that's gonna try to come at you. You know, there's gonna be the one. They're gonna be the attackers because the negative energy is already in them. So they're just spewing out negative energy instead of it coming towards them because they already are negative energy. They embody the negative energy, right? Whew, that was a lot I just said. But when it comes to semen retention, bro, yeah, your emotions are gonna become elevated. You know, that's what I feel like was happening to me right now. I haven't really had much negative things happen to me, but I'm not gonna be surprised when it does because I know I'm trying to better myself. I know I'm trying to do right, you know, and um people that hate or people that just trying to bring negative energy and laugh at me or not take me serious and you know what I'm saying, X, Y, and Z or things that might happen that might seem like it's not going my way. I'm just gonna persevere. I'm gonna continue to grind. I'm gonna continue to try to make myself better mentally, you know, and just keep going because I know that's just a to me that's a green light to keep going because that means I'm doing something right, you know. I think when you have people or when you have negativity come towards you, that mean the devil is recognizing that you're leaving the negative energy. You're fleeing the negative energy. You're chasing positive energy. You're becoming positive energy, you know? And so I just think over time that's a good sign because that means you're doing something right. And that means you're on the right track. All you have to do is resist that temptation to fall into that negative energy, you know, because it can also, you know, you can be tempted to masturbate or watch porn and stuff, but other things can happen that could try to ruin your life. You know, people could try to set you up, you know, something has happened to you and that might lead you to try to do something bad, you know, that all be the negative energy trying to inhabit you, trying to control you, trying to take over you and control your life, you know. But once you decide, no, I got control of my life and I'm going to choose to do things the right way, the positive way, the good way, that's when the negative energy tries to attack you and bring you down, you know. When you already got that negative energy in you, it's not bringing you down. You already down. You just become the person that spews out the negative energy. The guy that's on semen retention, he's elevating his emotions. That's when, you know, because a lot of people might talk about, oh, you know, all this good stuff gonna happen to you on semen retention. Really, I think a lot of bad stuff is gonna try to come for you on semen retention because you are changing in a positive way. You are, you know, changing your energy in a positive way, and so that means that the devil or negative energy is gonna try to come and bring you back down, you know. And I think a lot of times when we're trying to beat this addiction with masturbation and watching porn and stuff, we'll be leaving it, but then the devil will come with an even stronger temptation or a stronger situation where boom, you get brought back down every time you get shot down, you know. And I think the way you defeat that is when you start to really look deep and understand who you want to be in life, your relationship with God, you know, and understanding your purpose. That's when the temptation can come and you can resist it. You can run away from it and you can continue to maintain your mentality, you know? And so that's pretty much all I got to say, man. Peace out.